forwards in that half space, and then you allow the outside, either Dominguez on the left side or
poking home a loose ball in the 6-yard box has given the Hatters the lead, and a near giveaway there.
Aguilar for Lefebvre.
Tease Charlotte forward. Lefebvre past the pressure of McCluskey.
But Harrison Dandridge, who's up top there, is putting a lot of pressure, number 29 for Temple.
Tucker able to get on the end of it and clear it out of immediate harm's way.
Darren playing with possession, playing with energy, playing with tempo, because to our last point,
Vilchis. Lefebvre trying that diagonal to Barrison.
Have played fairly direct, a lot of long balls from Von Havren. This time they started it all the way from the back. Lefebvre right back to him. Mary. Lefebvre taking his time, keeps it on the ground.
Defender of the year, 6'3" grad student.
So we'll see how that goes, but interesting comment from Coach Russell.
Rodriguez dispossessed by Villalobos.
Despite not winning that one.
Chateau can't weave his way through the
of the injuries. You just can't control those aspects of it. But what they have done and what they've put right in front of them.
problems there. Carolina pressing very aggressively, but it does.
Love to see the two big men kind of link up.
Keeping.
And Aria, unfortunately.
Responsibility to anchor this back line, ability to read the play, cut down the angles.
Understanding what's coming, and they do a great job of clearing the ball.
Rain.
Lefebvre. Looking down the left, Barrison with pace.
Played out, cross, stop. Still loose in the area, the follow.
Lustre chests it back. Oh, it's good combination play.
To receive. Switch into space.
Shots on frame, though. Sailed a lot of his opportunities.
Lefebvre issues it forward.
Back to Dominguez. Lefebvre, good footwork. Lefebvre forward. Into space, Villalobos. Lefebvre in the box, rounding the corner.
Delivery is driven in. Oh, it's a bad clear here. It leads to a shooting.
Interesting challenge for them heading into the second half. FIU.
Lefebvre. Ooh, clever. Here comes FIU. Dominguez!
Shot fake, clipped in, back post, chested down, and
Entering feed. Benny sends it back. Mustre to Lefebvre. Lefebvre working it. Lefebvre dishes. Dos Santos.
Ivory Coast native, 4 goals, 10 assists on the season. Now a break here for FIU. 4 versus 3, edge of the box, beautiful slip pass, nice first touch.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a
couple of times. You credit Molina, right place, right time. Definitely some touches the Panthers want back. Lefebvre, beautiful move.
Why not to get Bernardo back into the game as well?
Has been as influential as any freshman in this league.
Happened. That's 2 deflections tonight in favor of FIU. Doesn't matter. It's 3-1 now.
Radaeli.
0-0 on this one as well. Kim and
nature here.
beautiful ball played ahead. Had a
Here's Gallegos. Cuts it back for Salmarone.
Played into the channel for Orswall again.
It felt like there were a million shots in that game.
In his 5th season as the head coach.
Get into any sort of fluid play, and that's going to be something that takes a game or two, and I think
Shifting through defenders. Berkovich has space. Tries to get it to French and Chad citizenship.
The only also came on as far as that outstanding win for FIU. The starting goalkeeper was able to come up with a clean sheet for the Panthers this past Friday. In fact, both teams, as we mentioned, Lucas Rizzo, AAC Offensive Player of the Week this past week. And then Owen Travis also, as Joel mentioned, the UAB transfer was awarded Defensive Player. He's just a freshman. Very physical, but a very athletic player as well at forward for FIU. Remember, for FIU on Friday, they did not score at least what turned out to be the go-ahead goal from Owen Travis against Charlotte until the 41st minute mark of the first half. Ball able to get to it. Doe surrounded by a couple defenders. As that's some great defense.
Excellent job by FIU.
On over 5 minutes played here in the second half. Blazers trying to turn up the intensity defensively. Now FIU organizes the very front. Still plenty of time for both of these teams to try and scratch out a win here in at least just a couple of days before Halloween. Could be FIU able to take advantage and get possession. Almost 70 minutes played so far in tonight's match.
And for FIU, they just need to get back to their rhythm, keep the ball, move it from side to side. They have such good balls. They penetrate into the forwards so well, and they're tough. And just keep moving the ball. There's plenty of time, 20 minutes left.
FIU looking to try and move up the standings, and UAB, they're trying to hold on and keep their conference tournament hopes alive.
Ball to Gilliard, Soriano, Alfonso.
Now see him close down again.
This time, Barclay did generate some space, but Lefebvre stands tall. Matsoli. Bakuzo hoping to start the Panther. Takes a little deflection. Lefebvre and Neal combined to win it back for FIU.
That you're going to get tested. There's just no way that you're going to absolutely dismiss any attempt of an attack for Charlotte. You're going to have to absorb. You're going to have to suffer. You're going to have to take on some of these big moments, but we've seen the blocking
to be the spark off the bench, also playing under a caution. At this point, if you randomly select somebody on your screen,
you're going to have to absorb moments and spells like this.
Ogata plays through. Well done by Fernandez.
I know Lefebvre.
Lefebvre. Mathys. Gilliard, Soriano. That's well done. First, still in front of the 6. Villalobos looking to clear. Shot blocked. And it's not Ogata, the most recent to force the issue for Charlotte. Has gotten better and better as the year has gone on. And Nianjo very much the hometown product right out of the Queen City. Played for Charlotte FC's academy. He was an academy original.
Detail with it in terms of the match management side of it and not letting some plays slip away. That is terrific from Lefebvre.
This, I think, has been Mathys's best game at center back. Got challenged early on. Foul from behind.
Some time come off.
And they play it short. Lefebvre fires into the area. Couldn't quite get it. On the way in. Travis duels. Bakuzo the deflection. Bouncing ball again poked away. That was Lefebvre the deflection. FIU cleans the top.
Hey, what's your goalkeeper glove size? It's not even a number. It's just special. Special order. Big pause on the young man from the Netherlands.
We'll see some more goals, whether it's the Premier League, whether it's the college game, but I think that's also kind of comes from this pet ball that's kind of taken over the planet, all these short passes. But we are starting to see when the ball gets in the box, and yeah, he looked definitive there.
Team leading 5th goal of the year for Eduardo Mustre.
Back and get the ball. That's fine to do here and there, but you don't want that to happen too often. You don't want that to become a reoccurring theme, because picking that ball up deep means the rest of the midfield has to rotate, which is fine. Like I said, it's okay if there's rotation, but I know as a guy that played defense at times.
6-3-0 and Travis. Ceylon off his line.
He's got an interesting opportunity for a guy that likes to get forward as often as he does to impact the game from a deeper spot in the field. It's just, if he goes, him and his teammates have to be smartly defensive goal. A lot of mistakes that can be rectified. Counting 3-1, we want you to be the playmaker, and on such a momentous occasion like tonight, what better time than the go-ahead goal and with 20 minutes to go. Yeah, it's iconic stuff. Yeah, Tulsa opting to leave too high. Aguilar stayed up top with Heis Hovius, and they get lucky here. If Heis can, unlucky there. If Heis could find Aguilar, they had the advantage.
All the results that they want. How do those battle scars pay off when you get into conference play? Wickham the save.
On the dribble, and then you have Mustre dropping into space. You have the tendency of defenders kind of creeping into that space with him, and you had Helan force the turnover. Haven't been able to regained possession quite yet.
Career year for Richardson. He'll be tested again. Ball did get a little ooh from the FIU faithful here in the 305. It'll be nervy on those back passes to the goaltender, but those are instrumental for both teams. So neither is against Stetson after starting the previous 2 matches before that. Sums up the chemistry experiment that has been USF men's soccer. Matsoli battling for
first half, kind of up and back. Both teams trying to get into each other's box as quickly and as soon as possible. But we saw that first half settle in. Then defend a deflected ball that gets back in the box. Well, one from Owen Travis, and that big ball over the top.
Amazing run from Joao to stay on side. Bozissan and Lefebvre. Lefebvre gets the deflection. Neal wants to build with intent. Instead, you
kind of pull the ball back, just reset.
Right back to the middle. Well done by Lefebvre. In the most critical area, Mathys Lefebvre to deny.
And a couple of them stand out for Kyle Russell, and has been talking about how a lot of them are 90-minute players. He sees a lot of them being full-time, give-it-your-all kind of players, and it's part of the reason why they've been able to get so much.
From what I've seen as I'm going back and forth trying to find my microphone, but it is huge for the Pirates to get on the board nice and early, as you've been talking about. Goalkeeper for FIU has been shutting offenses down lately, and so has Seton Hall, so it's huge for them to get an early lead, and now they'll be trying to hold on to it. Playing from ahead is big for them.
Into their attacking third, FIU with a left foot, and that one sails up over Molina. Good look there for the Panthers after FIU a couple weeks back. Those were all in the second half. The best this offense has looked all year long for Seton Hall.
Put strong shots on, so if the Panthers can get a goal, possibly 2 before half, we will have a game here.
They try and pick up,
put themselves back in this game.
Set piece coming for FIU. Plenty to like on this FIU team as well, Ryder, though it's been a tough start here. You have 3 players on the AAC preseason all-conference team. Joao Dominguez, one of them. So, this is someone you were very excited to ask Andreas Lindberg about. You've been waiting for his debut here. FIU moving.
It's been huge for the Pirates as they are very strong at home.
Bjork blocked. Whistle down, FIU takes over.
Ability, passing range, the ideas, the vision.
Halan on the far side. Turned into a...
Again, this side has some young pieces that are just continuing to develop into quality players. Now it's about putting it together in these conference matches.
Younger team that's learned a lot and will have to grow up fast in what is a difficult league that is so deep and not there. What a job done by Lefebvre and winning possession back for FIU. You may notice, too, on the right side of your screen, a maskless Owen Travis for the first time. And
that's a great point.
What a difference that makes for FIU.
Russell coach team is at the forefront.
It's built a powerhouse here at FIU, and they certainly schedule like
just space in the final third.
Here's Gilliard Soriano playing it ahead just too far. Bertz, that's blocked off by Lefebvre. As dangerous a look for Temple as they have had yet. play a big part in this match tonight. For FIU, as Owls look to apply a little more pressure. Head coach Brian Green told us that he wants to see his side
different to the stage. I mean, Dominic Brady, his explosiveness, he could just get to the ball. I mean, he is going to be committed to that for the next 7.
What a job there by Lefebvre. A clean tackle, sliding right to the ball and stripping possession away. Here's Brady. And Bus. What you're saying, and it was really the only script for Temple to get back into this match down by 3, but here we are at a 2-goal difference now. Gilliard.
See, dangerous in multiple phases of the attack. But get them in a position where they're pinning Temple into their own area, and they're able to pick up those second and third balls because of
saw Brady moments ago on that attack, and he entered for Hellon, and a chance here, and the cross was steered away. Ball was still pinballing around. And Temple is offside.
Unfortunately for Temple, that first contact popped the ball even higher up in the air, just took away a lot of the pace that you saw. And I know sometimes you look at that and you look at the clear channel in the lane, that they were able to take a shot on target, but also that benefits Van Haveren, the ability to see through that traffic, see that ball all the way.
Wide area, which draws to direct attention the reason we were a couple hours late here today. A non-stop downpour in South Florida, delaying conditions. The grounds crew here at FIU doing an outstanding job to get this field even playable. But the wider areas will be a challenge tonight. Anything through the midfield will have some extra humidity attached to it.
And that's where you start to try to find that back out his run, but he was a step ahead of that back line. And another piece for this FIU side that was so effective the last few matches, the collective nature in which they stepped, they dropped, they absorbed, really controlled the distances between that back line, that midfield, and that front line. Bakuzo was absolutely fantastic on Thursday night. Yeah. His ground coverage, his ability to sit in front of that back line, protect and point. You see it in some of the non-conference games within conference play for both these teams.
Good couple touches in the area, but it is cut short. Panthers rally to the ball quickly, and Mathys Lefebvre not afraid to defend. Even
like good ball played in.
Bears don't give you any time to relax. Bate playing centrally. 2 touches towards, shot blocked. Mathys Lefebvre, the rejection for FIU. FIU intentionality of perhaps a final build here before halftime. Lefebvre playing ahead, looking Elan. Elan looking for that back post, drifting end line. Taken away clean. Lefebvre gets the pick. The cross, the play ahead. Panthers in transition to clinch 3.
Panthers, couple moments in that game a couple nights ago where 2 close penalties, 2 situations where the referee had to go to video replay and in a one-on-one situation.
Experience and trust from Kyle Russell. Out wide. Goal in the 14th minute from Helan. That's the scoring so far tonight.
But a couple great opportunities already for the Panthers, and this is where they live, right? You get that first goal, continue to control possession, continue to find your teammates, play the open spaces. You know, it hasn't necessarily led to any highlight reel stuff, but just controlled in the middle of the field, communicating with his teammates, pointing out where the open spaces are for that pass from the two center backs. When he's had to make a play defensively, he's come up with it. It's what you want to see from your central midfielder. In the midfielders in the center of the field and play out wide from there. That, of course, could lead to mistakes, but if executed properly with an unbelievable pass, another opportunity for Stony Brook.
It's the 13th infraction on FIU tonight. On its way in off the set piece, nothing doing. Sanchez.
That caution is going to be shown.
On its way in, FIU the first ones to it. Shot from distance.
No, we have stats of just total number of headers in a game. And I don't necessarily mean headers towards goal. I just mean in general. I don't know if that's even a stat
Overall.
that's kept.
It was kept in. And now Don Qua is able to grab the fire extinguisher.
Well done by Lefebvre. That ball gets through.
A shocking turn in the final 5 minutes. FIU led this match 2-0 at the half. Far unable to maintain possession.
Still on the ball. Extended possession look here for FIU. Mathys Lefebvre making his season debut. A returner for FIU into the match for the first time. Mustere. Domings. Anything but a fullback and used to scoring goals. They each met at the ball there. But the score remains 1-0. The adjustments that come with time. Lefebvre. Brady. Heavy cross. And Omaha NE.
On that right side right now, obviously McGregor Wickham had done a tremendous job, obviously playing on the yellow, but now you just give it a different look. You're back on the ball in the attacking half a number of times. Good link-up play here. And your run is predicated off of the work from the early runners. You got to recognize the space you got to occupy, and he did just that. And then tacked on the tremendous finish. This is a lively group right now.
So Capriati gets his first FIU goal. Scott Neal gets his first Panther assist. Lefebvre finding Neal on the run. Lefebvre. Neal. One touch. Crossed up. Rewriting history. Well done. Mathys Lefebvre. The tackle. Anyway, that's their style. They have to ratchet it up to 11. Long ball. Played up. Matsoli cuts it.
Half.
Returners on the ball. It's Lefebvre. Lightly lofted, intended for Matsoli. And